Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trill. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper. Chase it. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase it. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase it. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase it. Looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real Lord in my blood supply. Dig ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing. Looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing. Looking for the funds.
The computer starting off early. The computer starting off early. What's good with it, man? Shout out to everybody, man. What is good with y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button. Share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get into it, all right? Shout out to everyone who is in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me and see everything clearly, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me very well or things are looking bad on the screen, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who's in the building early. All right, shout out to my man Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Shout out to Vovo 2 Love. What's good with it? Shout out to my man AB Promotions, my man Fomo Saki out here, a mod extraordinaire. Shout out to my man John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? Make sure y'all show my man John Guillory, mod extraordinaire, some love. All right. Shout out to each and every one of you. All right. So we're going to talk about some interesting things today, like we always do. All right. One of the things that we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about how, shout out to my man PJ Allen, what's good with it? Shout out to DSB, what's good with it? We're going to talk about how crypto is going to be a bridge into future industries, and we're going to talk about some of these future industries and how we could get some airdrop ducats, how we could get some airdrop ducats from these future industries. All right, how people can buy into some control on these future industries. But before we get into that, all right, before we get into that, one of the things that we're going to talk about is this. All right, this drop that Bitcoin could have. All right, there are predictions that there could be a 20% drop in Bitcoin. All right, now my question for everybody is, if there is indeed a 20% drop in Bitcoin, what will that take the price down to? What will the 20% drop in Bitcoin take the price down to? Now, if Bitcoin is $100,000, right? What is 20% of $100,000? So we're going to have to subtract 20% from the price, right? That would take us into the what? That would take us into that quote unquote $80,000 range that we've been talking about. All right. So, you know, as people are moving forward, right, people should proceed with caution, right? Set a phone alert, right? Set a phone alert and make sure that you set that phone alert for about $80,000. Yeah, shout out to AB, $75,000 to $80,000. Facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. All right. So give me 1 second here. Let me just, I got to pull something up. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. While you guys are doing that, if you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. So it says Standard Charter's Jeffrey Kendrick on Wednesday cautioned that digital asset prices are poised for a potential 10 to 20% correction as hope that is currently driving the markets fades. All right. And we talked about this, right? We talked about this and we said that this could occur. This was a risk, right? Anytime there's all this hype, when the hype doesn't materialize, that creates a risk of a price decrease. And that's because it seems like speculation is not realized, taken away from the trust, right? This assessment comes after President Donald Trump's day one executive orders made no mention of digital assets causing an immediate negative effect on prices. According to Kendrick, current market optimism is based on speculative hopes, which are unsustainable. Kendrick's note suggests that this initial drop is phase one of an eventual rebound. All right. This is based on the fact that it may take several weeks or months before the new administration acts on its promises around digital assets. All right. So again, you know, we kind of figured that might happen, right? We kind of figured that might happen, but we're seeing it happen now. All right, we're seeing it happen now. Yeah, and shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions says there's an incentive. They have one of those app specials on crypto.com to buy some Uniswap. All right. So, you know, that's something that you guys could, you know, keep in mind, right? With the digital asset sector being relatively small, it is likely that when action does come, it's expected to be very large. All right. Kendrick also notes that institutional money will dominate, and this could cause a large surge in Bitcoin price. And when that hope dies, digital asset prices will fall 10 to 20%. All right. So as you guys can see, we got all this stuff going on in the background. And you know what happens when stuff is going on in the background? You know what I'm saying? It crashes everything. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I don't know why I don't understand the need to have like all of these videos. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't watch these and read the article. You know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know why they put so much on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. And then you got this. And then like they won't close when you try to X them out. You know what I'm saying? It takes forever to get them to close. And then just stuff pops up all over the place. It's just so weird. We recommend buying the dips ahead of medium-term moves higher in both Bitcoin and Ethereum, Standard Charter report stated, emphasizing that any dip will be a temporary measure before a large potential upside. All right. So, yeah, you know, for the most part, they're saying to do what we tend to do routinely, right? Which they're saying buy the dips. You know, buying the dips is good, but if you ask me, buying the floor is the best scenario. All right. Buying the floor is always the best scenario. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this little video here about artificial intelligence. All right. Because one thing that people really need to be paying attention to is people need to be paying attention to the AI sector and to AI businesses. AI and cryptocurrency will be linked, right? A lot of the investment vehicle to get into AI investment will definitely be through cryptocurrency and cryptocurrencies that are associated with AI. Now, let me ask you guys this. If one of the things that Trump wants to do is make America a quote unquote leader, right, in AI, do you all think that the United States government is first line invested into seeing AI businesses succeed? So if the United States is the first line investor in seeing AI businesses succeed, do you think that those would be wise investments to look at? If you do, if you think that those would be wise investments to look at, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, then give me a thumbs down. All right. We're going to take a look at this video real quick.
So this is about reforming the system of hiring in the federal government to ensure that merit is the lodestar of hiring decisions.
As per the Supreme Court.
Other matters. Yes, sir.
Here's a big deal, merit. Our country is going to be based on merit again.
So this administration moving very quickly, Liz, and the markets, they seem to be accepting of this up, 537 points today.
Yeah, that's right. Edward, always great reporting from you. Thank you so much. Let's get quick reaction from House Foreign Affairs, Florida Congresswoman Maria Salazar. Congresswoman, your reaction to what Edward was just reporting, because let me back up. We've been researching this. We have seen Democrats and Joe Biden just doing distracting attacks on President Trump as China is eating America's lunch when it comes to artificial intelligence. China is doing its own form of a Belt and Road infrastructure push to invest in massive data centers for speech recognition, facial recognition, and artificial intelligence to dominate the world here. So Trump is trying to get America to catch up.
That is correct. And thank you.
I think it's interesting the way that they phrase this, the way that they talk about it, quote unquote, the fear, quote unquote, of China, quote unquote, dominating the world, right? I think that that's interesting. Let me ask you guys this question. Who is dominating the world currently? Who's dominating the world currently?
Thank you for the opportunity. And I'm sure that many people still do not understand what AI does or does not do. But I think this is very simple. AI has to be in the hands of the United States. AI is for the good and not for the bad. We need to.
Now, let me ask you guys this question, right? This is interesting. She says that AI has to be in the hands of the United States. This is not for the bad. If it's not for the bad, I'm kind of curious as to why it belongs in the hands of the United States. Right. But that's neither here nor there, because let's not get it twisted. We're the bad guys. Right. So it's interesting the way that they frame this. Right. Regardless of how they frame it, regardless of who's quote unquote good versus who's quote unquote bad, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is how much money we can squeeze out of this for ourselves. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So the question then would be, what companies does the United States have the biggest interest in making them succeed with their AI initiatives? Name some companies in the comment section, because these are companies that we need to pay very close attention to so that we can increase our revenues, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Beat the Chinese when it comes to owning that space. And that is exactly what President Trump is doing. We don't need to know much more. China cannot be the owner of AI, because if we, the United States, the most benevolent country on earth, owns that space, owns that technology, we're going to be.
Listen, I find this talk more offensive than the Elon Musk quote unquote hand gesture. I find this talk more offensive than the Elon Musk hand gesture. But you'd expect the people who are offended about the Elon Musk hand gesture to be offended about the Elon Musk hand gesture, because those are people that are not really interested in attempting to own and control their fate. These discussions here are about owning and controlling your fate. The true objectives of what's going on here is masked in massive propaganda. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said Elon Musk looked really slow doing that hand gesture. Elon Musk looks slow just standing there all the time, doesn't he?
Be able to then do medical miracles. We're going to be able to improve our economy. The most simple thing, we're going to make it even simpler. And the most difficult thing, we're going to make it simple. That's AI. And that's why Trump is ahead of the game, just like in almost everything else with the 42 executive orders he just signed in the last few hours.
You know, you just feel like it feels so 1982 when you look at the Biden agenda and their old climate agenda, when this is the future, it is AI. Let's show, by the way, President Trump, he is trying to bring America back. Show the pageantry and the unforgettable sights and sounds of the Trump inaugural balls, President Trump dancing with First Lady Melania. So when you were at the inauguration and you watched what was going on and you saw President Trump getting down to the breast.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. I got a question for you guys, right? And I don't know, like Melania looks kind of strange right there, but that's neither here nor there. Let's address this question, right? Let me ask you guys this. When it comes to what Elon Musk did, who is that associated with? You guys put it in the chat. Who is the quote unquote gesture associated with? You guys could, use code or whatever you need to do, you know what I'm saying, to express the answer. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Shout out to Jay Fields. What's good with it, bro? Now, yeah, shout out to Carlton. If you guys would agree with Carlton, that gesture, quote unquote, is associated with them folks, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, shout out to AB. AB says that, right? Now, here's my question. How come nobody said that? How is that a quote unquote? How is that a black issue? Nobody said that about that. It seemed to me like a lot of people hopped onto it. Everybody got them sayings. I'm just here minding my black business. That's what people be saying all the time, right? I'm trying to figure out why anybody even paying attention to that. They got whole organizations to deal with that, right? They got the ADL and all that to deal with that. We got our own issues to deal with. Do y'all see the double standards? Do y'all see the double standards? Is that, let me ask you guys this question. Is that salute associated with us in any way? Shout out to Carlton. I'm just asking the question. Right? Because everybody quick to say that. All right, so let's say it then. Right? Yeah, shout out to Jay Fields. Jay Fields said ADL literally said nothing to see here. Yeah, the ADL is busy suing the Trump administration over the immigration policies. So I'm just, just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? Just, I think questions that people should ask, right? Because there should be a maintenance of a standard. There should be a maintenance of a standard, which there's not, right? There's no maintenance of any standard. But at the very least, inconsistencies can be highlighted. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Tax business of fixing and running America. He did a blast of executive power, a barrage of about more than 200 executive orders wiping out the Biden era. What does it feel right now in D.C.? How is the mood in D.C. right now?
Well, it feels like a new dawn, and even more among the congressional delegation in the GOP conference, because we know that the madness has stopped, not only for us, but for the average American family. We know what's coming: economic progress, deregulation, no inflation. We're going to be again energy independent. Like he said, hey, we got a lot of oil, a lot of natural gas. Let's use it for our benefit. Let's put the American family first. The wokeness part is everything is on every realm: socioeconomic and economics, military, foreign policy. It's everywhere. So he's rolling back. And I love the fact, Elizabeth, that now Tren de Aragua, that you have spoken so much about, is in the foreign terrorist organization.
Now, I want to ask you guys this, right? I want to ask you guys this, and we're going to talk about this when I do the undocumented stream, right? Everybody, for the most part, got what they want in regards to immigration, right? Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. For the most part, everybody got what they asked for when it came to immigration. Now, here's my question. Now that everybody got what they wanted when it came to immigration, what are people going to do with it? What are people going to do with it? Are people going to capitalize on it? Do people know how to capitalize on it? Now that they got what they wanted, what now? That's what we're going to be talking about on Undocumented. Okay?
You know what that means? That means that the military can go after them. And that's exactly what we need, because those people are being funded and masterminded from Venezuela.
Yeah,
and that is our number one enemy. And how could we have allowed 60,000?
Shout out to Carlton. If you guys would agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree with Carlton, give me a thumbs down. Carlton said people haven't discussed the next steps. Yeah. Why not? Right? It's all over now, right? Okay, so what now? What are people going to be doing? Let me ask you guys this question. Has anybody heard of a mass influx of applications into toilet scrubbing jobs or anything like that? Any reports come out from the census? There's been just an explosion of applications for low-wage, low-income jobs. Has that occurred yet? I think that would have made the news. What about, has there been an overwhelming influx of people applying for resources in places where resources were being diverted to migrants? Has that happened? So I think these are things that we should watch and pay attention to, right? Because that's what we should see since people got what they wanted. People moved other people out of the way, right, to be able to be prioritized for opportunities, right? So what we should see is an influx of people competing amongst each other for these opportunities, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So if we don't see that, we got to start questioning things, right? We got to take that cattle prod out. Right? We got to take that cattle prod out and start, sparking things up a little bit. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, now that Jose is gone, Leroy can take over the lawn service work. That would be my plan. Well, we should start seeing a lot of landscaping businesses, right? That only accept Bitcoin, right? Probably not, but we'll see.
Operatives of Tren de Aragua to come into this country and just take over buildings and cities. We're out of our, but now the military is going to go after them and nail them. That's exactly what they deserve.
Yeah, that is.
Shout out to Patrick. We got Black Pill Patrick in the building. Black Pill Patrick says doubtful. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know what to say.
Venezuelans who are not here for anything good.
Yeah, Congressman, you make a good point, because America never saw them before until Biden. And they're a vicious, violent gang out of Venezuela. And Biden really didn't do anything to stop them coming in. We don't see a Democrat resistance against Trump now. Politico says President Trump is the greatest American figure of his era. Bloomberg says he's transformative. He's pulled off the most astonishing political comeback America's ever seen.
Wait a minute.
Grit, stamina, conviction. Yeah, and Jeff Bezos, go ahead.
There. Jeff Bezos was there. I mean, we were in the rotunda, watching the inauguration. We were right there with Bezos. Wasn't Bezos a Democrat up until yesterday morning? He was there. And who else? Zuckerberg from Facebook 4 years ago.
There's a lot of people. It was a lot of people that was Democrats up until quote unquote yesterday morning. That's a great picture. I love it. I love that still picture. You guys know I love the crazy still pictures. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
What did Facebook do? It's not that I have nothing against social media. Is that why are they now having dinner with the new boss? Because they know that there's a new sheriff in town. And, I am the most bipartisan member, one of the most bipartisan members in Congress, but I do recognize that the United States has a role to play. And that role has to be vibrant and with a lot of passion. And that's what Trump has.
Well,
so, yeah, I think that this is interesting. I think that this is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Very, very interesting. All right. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this article. And this is more of an agree or disagree thing, right? This article makes a strong claim. And it says that Bitcoin is no threat to the US dollar. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people agree with this? If you guys agree that Bitcoin is no threat to the US dollar, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, then give me a thumbs down. Here's how I feel about this. Internationally and globally, Bitcoin is an absolute threat to the United States dollar. Inside of the United States, intra-nationally, not so much. Not so much. Intranationally, I don't think that there's anything that's a threat to the United States dollar. For the most part, the majority of Americans are dollar bill shills. You can see this by the resistance to investment. You can see this by the resistance to gold accumulation. You can see this by the resistance to Bitcoin accumulation and cryptocurrency investment. Most Americans are all about dollars. When it comes to how people represent wealth, they talk about dollars. When you look at popular culture, wealth is represented in terms of popular dollars. You know what I'm saying? Most Americans are all about the dollar. Most Americans pride themselves in the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So inside of the United States, you know what I'm saying, the dollar rules, right? But when it comes to going out of conference, like I always say, it's a different story. It's a different story. So let's see the angle that they take here in this article in regards to this. All right. Goldman Sachs continues to explore blockchain technology while operating within its current regulatory constraints. Discussions on a U.S. Bitcoin reserve under the Trump administration intensify regulatory debates on cryptocurrency. All right. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon on Wednesday downplayed the notion that Bitcoin poses any significant threat to the U.S. dollar's position as the world reserves currency. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Is there a race for people to buy up a bunch of United States dollars? All these companies already have a bunch of U.S. dollars. What's going on with these companies? Look at the companies that started investing in Bitcoin. What happened with the companies that started investing in Bitcoin? They soared past the companies that have U.S. dollar treasuries. Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. Most people are buying and holding Bitcoin. How many people are buying and holding United States dollars? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share this stream to your social media. How many people are buying and hoarding US dollars? How many people are trying to make interest in profits on US dollars other than foreign exchange traders? In an interview with CNBC on Wednesday, he said, "I do not think Bitcoin is a threat to the US dollar," dismissing concerns raised amid new interest in digital assets. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Again, is the world buying and hoarding US dollars? So it would seem like if there's a sudden demand for an asset that's rapidly appreciating, right, against the US dollar, as well as the United States ourselves contemplating getting involved in buying this asset, that would tell me there could be, possible competition. Shout out to Black Free Thinker for being a mod extraordinaire. Absolutely. Please follow these instructions. Please leave a like on both streams. All right. The discussion arose following commentary regarding former President Donald Trump's talk of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, we already have the United States dollar, right? Can the United States dollar be used as a hedge against inflation? I think that that's a good question to start with. Can the United States dollar be used as a hedge against inflation? Here's another question. Can you hold US dollars for price appreciation? Is there a limited, scarce amount of United States dollars? The fact that Bitcoin is a superior store of value to the United States and it can be transferred and used to transact just as quickly and almost as universally as the United States dollars, that right there is a threat. So I would say that this CEO is not really doing a proper SWOT analysis if he's assessing Bitcoin in this way. While acknowledging that Goldman Sachs has dedicated resources to explore blockchain technology, Solomon emphasized the current regulatory framework that prevents the bank from directly owning or trading digital assets on behalf of clients. Okay. And let's see, hold on. The underlying technology is something we spend a lot of time on, something that we're utilizing, testing to create less friction in the financial system, he said. Despite these explorations, Solomon maintained his strong conviction in the US dollar. All right. He characterized Bitcoin as a speculative asset, an interesting speculative asset, reinforcing his view that its potential impact on the dollar is minimal. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Is the United States dollar a speculative asset? If you guys feel that the United States dollar is a speculative asset, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think that the United States dollar is not a speculative asset, give me a thumbs down. Does the United States dollar suffer from volatility? Let me ask you guys this question. Why are all the stable coins always a higher price than the United States dollar? Now, I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? I notice stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I bought some Tether the other day, and I bought some US dollar coin the other day, and Tether was $1.01, and US dollar coin was $1 and 0.5 of a cent. Why are the stable coins worth more than the dollars? Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker, because it constantly depreciates. If you have an asset that's supposed to be a strong world reserve currency or a strong currency and it depreciates and it's competing with an asset that appreciates, in most cases, the asset that appreciates is going to be the one that people choose. Why would you pay for something that loses its value if you're trying to store and accumulate value? Does that make any sense? That doesn't make much sense. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, look at this. Look at this. This position stands in contrast to the views of some in the cryptocurrency space who see Bitcoin as a viable alternative to traditional currencies. All right. Solomon's comments come amid growing interest in cryptocurrency, spurred by recent discussions about the United States potentially adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. While advocates see Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and a complement to the dollar, Solomon's remarks suggest a cautious approach from major financial institutions. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What about those financial institutions that have all those contracts with Ripple? Right? What about those financial institutions that have all of those contracts with Ripple? All right. So let's check this out. All right. Speaking of the financial institutions that have contracts with Ripple, shout out to John Guillory. All right, make sure you guys show John Guillory some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John Guillory. All right. John Guillory dropped this article in the Discord. All right, and we're going to talk about it real quick. All right, now look at this. I want you guys to see what's going on here. All right. You guys see that breaking news alert up there? Look at this. Samsung launches S25 with boosted AI as Apple battle heats up. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people would say we are officially in the future? If you would say that we're officially in the future, give me a thumbs up. If you wouldn't, then give me a thumbs down. We're officially in the future. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know how the future is. The future doesn't wait for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Bank of America CEO says financial industry will jump into crypto payments if regulators allow it. Now, if regulators allow it, which I'm sure that they will, right? Because this is what's necessary for crypto to jump off the way that it needs to for America to have the legacy in crypto that Trump wants. What's that going to do to the cryptocurrency prices? Is that going to increase crypto prices or is that going to decrease crypto prices? So look, hey, shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, damn it, why was I so suspect and stubborn all of these years ago when these damn Bitcoins was like a nickel? I would say it's genetic. If you guys would agree, shout out to my man Alonzo. What's good with you, bro? If you guys would agree and you guys would say that it's genetic, give me a thumbs up or throw the DNA emoji in the chat. I would say it's genetic. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a disease, you know what I'm saying, like me. You know what I'm saying? In order to be open-minded to these type of things, you got to be an oddball. You got to be abnormal. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an abnormal origine. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an abnormal origine. You know what I'm saying? I would go as far as to say it's genetic. Those of us with birth defects, you know what I'm saying? Those of us with birth defects, we get it. Which, you know what I'm saying, leads to a wider discussion about talking points, right? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we'll leave that discussion for the Discord, you know what I'm saying? But we should actually talk about that. Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan said that the U.S. banking industry will embrace cryptocurrency for payments if regulators allow it. So, you know, just be wary of this, right? Just be wary because they're talking about they'll accept payments, but they're not making it where you can get any crypto, which means that basically they just want to really collect your crypto. That's what they're interested in. So, yeah, you know, we'll make it so that we can collect your crypto. Right? The head of the second largest U.S. bank by assets was asked by CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin about how the industry approach to crypto could change given a President Donald Trump enthusiasm for digital currencies. All right. And ironically, he didn't answer the question, well, it's a scam. Ironically, he didn't answer it like that. The way that he answered it is, if the rules come in and make it a real thing that you can actually do business with, you'll find that the banking system will come in hard on the transactional side of it. Moynihan said at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Okay. Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan said Tuesday that the U.S. banking industry will embrace cryptocurrencies for payments if regulators allow it. The head of the second largest U.S. bank by assets was asked by CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin about how the industry's approach to crypto would change given President Donald Trump's enthusiasm for digital currencies. I want you guys to just pay attention to how big of a deal this is. The president is enthusiastic about that. The president is enthusiastic about this. If the rules come in and make it a real thing that you can actually do business with, you'll find that the banking system will come in hard on the transactional side of it. Moynihan said in an interview at the World Economic Forum in Davos. All right. So basically what's being said is that as long as the government permits unlimited opportunity for what banks plan on doing with crypto, the traditional financial system, the TradFi, is going to merge with crypto. Whether it's through stable coins, whether it's through DeFi, whether it's through a combination of both. The investment vehicle entry point for finance going forward in the future is going to be through cryptocurrency. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. American banks have largely avoided letting customers use crypto for retail transactions, although their institutional trading and wealth management arms have participated in markets for Bitcoin ETFs. Leaders in the industry, including JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, have lambasted Bitcoin as currency for criminal and fraudsters. That means that it's only proper that the United States adopt Bitcoin if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, which is not, it's only proper that the United States adopt Bitcoin. And let me ask you guys this question. Has more fraud and crime been committed with Bitcoin or with the United States dollar? Let's talk about the southern border and all of those people getting smuggled down there. I've never heard any of those prices discussed in denominations of Bitcoin. Have you? Now, we got to ask this question, right? How come if JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, he's lambasting Bitcoin for saying that Bitcoin is a currency for criminals and fraudsters? We know people who love criminals and fraudsters. Let me ask you guys the question. Who are the people that love criminals and fraudsters? Now, it's very interesting, right? The very people that embrace Big Meech, a criminal and a fraudster, they don't embrace Bitcoin. You even got community warrior Charleston White saying that you can't buy box with Bitcoin. But then you got the CEO of JP Morgan Chase saying that Bitcoin is for criminals and fraudsters. So let me ask you guys this question. Who would you believe more, Charleston White or JP Morgan Chase, CEO Jamie Dimon? Now, if we listen to Charleston White always said, listen to the white man. Right? Isn't that what Charleston White said? Charleston White said, listen to the white man. So when Charleston White is saying something and it contradicts with what the white man says, if we listen to Charleston White, then we got to listen to the CEO of Chase. That would be logical, right? Based on what he said. Now, mind you, y'all can't be getting mad at me about these things that other people said. You know what I'm saying? What people need to actually do is direct the focus on who said the things that are being in question. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way said, here we go. Hit the button. Yeah, hit the button. hit the button. You know what I'm saying? And hit the like while you at it too, or the dislike. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, you're joking mentioning White. No, I'm not joking mentioning Charleston White. I'm not joking mentioning Charleston White because millions of people listen to Charleston White and tens of people listen to me. So I'm mentioning Charleston White and I'm mentioning what millions of people choose to digest and accept as fact in reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said Charleston White, still my guy. Hey, Charleston White be hilarious, though. You know what I'm saying? But he be wrong on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said, you can't buy no box with Bitcoin, bro. They just let the Silk Road dude out of jail. You have to admit it. You should be proud to admit it. Why are you covering for these people? You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys this question. Does covering for these people help anything? How well has that worked over the years? I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Mediocrity and idiocy should be a capital offense. They should get the firing squad. You know what I'm saying? They should get the firing squad. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, I'm not. I feel you, but here go my thing, bro. You can't not want to admit that kind of thing. You have to admit what is. You don't owe anybody any cover. You don't owe anybody any sympathy. You don't owe anybody anything. The only thing that you owe is a dedication to the validity of reality. Shout out to Alonzo. Yeah, Alonzo, bro, got tens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro, for, you know what I'm saying, messing with your boy. But you know what it is? I got tens of people listening to me. Not tons, tens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Yeah, that's what it's called. Shout out to the Reaper.
He going along with the Fox shit. Don't touch me! I'm about to change on your ass! I'll beat your ass with my elbows! Werewolf style!
Oh, man, that's hilarious, man. If you go down the street here and you go and buy lunch, right, you can pay with Visa and MasterCard, a debit card, and Apple. This would be just another form of payment, Moynihan said. We have hundreds of patents on blockchain already. We know how to enter the field. So, you know, when they talk about these hundreds of blockchain patents, basically they're talking about Ripple. They're talking about XRP. You know what I'm saying? The Veteran Bank of America CEO didn't address the idea of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin as an investment or store of value, saying it is really a separate question. And yeah, I would agree. It is a separate question. Now, see, look, more strategists are bracing for a 10% market correction. All right. So it looks like the markets are going to react with a downside of 10%. Now, you know what that means, right? What's that mean? What that means is that it's time to start working some overtime so people can buy those dips. Right? Now, people should take a look at this, right? What is DFAI? Has anybody heard of DFAI? It's a type of cryptocurrency. DFAI. People should take a look at it. People should study it, right? What is DFAI? The AI-enabled DeFi narrative looking to take 2025 by storm. AI-driven DeFi projects aim to simplify finance with real-time insights, trading, personalized strategy, but face hurdles in transparency and security. All right. So this is something that, you know, people are looking into, right? The intersection of artificial intelligence and decentralized finance is posed to redefine the financial landscape as we approach 2025. So as you guys can see, for the most part, moving forward into 2025, Most everything is going to be coupled with AI. Most of everything is going to be coupled with AI. Now, here's my question. This is the same question that I ask all the time. What are people going to do about it? What are people going to do with that information? Yeah, facts. Shout out to AB Promotions. Dip, baby, dip. Come on now. Right? With innovative projects aiming to enhance trading strategies and provide real-time insights, the DEFAI narrative is gaining traction despite challenges related to transparency and security. Meanwhile, Standard Chartered sees Bitcoin as a promising investment opportunity, recommending purchases below $90,000 while projecting a year-end price of $200,000. So again, this kind of sets up where this situation might occur, right? Purchases below $90,000. That's hinting, you know what I'm saying, anywhere from middle $80,000 to high 80s. This is what we've been talking about, that $88,000 Bitcoin. We talked about the $88,000 Bitcoin months ago. But you already know what I'm about to say. Who cares? Right? Who cares when a minor YouTuber is talking about it? You'll never see me being quoted in any of these magazines. You know what I'm saying? In a show of philanthropy amidst regulatory battles, Ripple has donated $100,000 in XRP for wildlife relief in California. Additionally, changes in accounting rules are transforming Bitcoin from a speculative asset into a corporate essential. Now, if Bitcoin becomes a corporate essential, what does that mean? That means that you're going to have large enterprise-sized buyers like MicroStrategies constantly re-upping on Bitcoin. MicroStrategies is constantly re-upping on Bitcoin. What does this do to the price? What does this do to the price of Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen? Signaling a shift in institutional demand that could significantly impact the market. All right. So let's take a look at this. What is DEFAI, the AI-enabled DeFi narrative looking to take 2025 by storm? All right. We're going to take a look at this. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug, because Win, Lose, or Rug is constantly telling us about this. The AI narrative, right? The global crypto market cap is $3.47 trillion with a 24-hour volume of 140.59 billion. The price of Bitcoin is $99,314.51. We all know that this is an old price. Bitcoin market dominance is 56.7%. The price of Ethereum, who would have guessed, is $3,340. And Ethereum market dominance is 11.6%. Now, Ethereum market dominance is shrinking. You know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why Ethereum market cap or Ethereum market dominance is shrinking is because everything else is growing in relation to Ethereum. Ethereum is staying the same size. Everything else is growing. Let me ask you guys this question. What is the time frame that you guys think it'll be that Ripple flips Ethereum? How long do you think that it'll be? What's the foreseeable time frame on that? The best performing sector is art. How many people knew that? Which gained 29%. The crypto fear and greed index is currently greed at 70. All right, which means, you know, that's always a sign that there's going to be a pullback, right? So see, look at this. This is more substantiation of what we were talking about. Standard Chartered recommends buying Bitcoin below $90,000, reaffirms $200,000 end of the year projection. All right. Bitcoin is currently under pressure from macro risks, but any retracement below $80,000 presents a medium-term buying opportunity. All right. So we need to be looking for this $80,000 price. We'll go into this a little bit later, right? When we do the next stream, we'll talk about this. Because this just kind of reinforces some of the things that we said before. There goes Ripple with that $100,000 donation. All right. So, yeah, man. This DFAI, we need to be checking out the market and be some early enterers on this DeFi stuff. All right. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. How many people have heard of this supercomputer called El Captain? Anybody ever heard of the supercomputer called El Captain? If you guys ever heard of the supercomputer called El Captain, give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't, then give me a thumbs down. Yeah, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, just popping in before I hop in my coffin. I ain't mad at it, bro. Yeah. I am not mad at it. Here's El Captain. All right. And what it'll be used for. Of course, we waiting for my computer to act right. So while you guys are waiting for my computer to act right, make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all hit the bell. Make sure y'all share the stream. Let me see. They over on Rumble trying to make your boy great. They over on Rumble trying to make your boy great. You know what I'm saying? What you supposed to do with that? Nobody ever had an answer to that question. What you supposed to do with that? Carlton know what you supposed to do with it. What you supposed to do with it, Carlton? What you supposed to do with it? You know what I'm saying? They over on Rumble trying to make your boy great. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. That's hilarious, man. Hold on real quick. My computer is frozen again. You know what I'm saying? They over on Rumble trying to buy your boy a new computer. Man, why we got to contend with this nonsense, man? Why we got to contend with this nonsense, man? What Ghostface and Ghostface and the RZA say, why can't it all be so simple? People don't want it simple. You know what I'm saying? People don't want it simple. And that's cool. It ain't got to be simple. But the thing that's funny about it is people. See, there we go. It took my mic. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said Anton Daniels is now talking about crypto while during reviewing on Bernie Sanders' old ass. Yeah, Anton Daniels, you know what I'm saying, the Millionaire Morning Show, everybody will make him great about talking about crypto. Everybody will make him great. He got the goods for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Detroit 313. What's good with you, bro? Do me a favor, y'all. Let's see, hold on. I'm about to type this in real quick. Make sure y'all go over to Rumble and hit the like button over there and share the stream out too. People made Anton Daniels great. I ain't mad at Anton Daniels. All Anton Daniels got to do is turn on YouTube and everybody will make him great. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get mad, when he says something they don't like, or you know what I'm saying, he come with some wild take, then people be upset about it. Well, I don't understand why people be upset about these people that they make great. And I guarantee Anton Daniels is cutting people's mics off and having debates, and you know what I'm saying? This dude has never ran into any resistance trying to encourage anybody to be involved in crypto, because he's never talked about crypto. But he'll sit there and tell everybody that he's got this years-long expertise in crypto. And everybody will believe it. Everybody will believe it. And everybody, Rob, you just a hater. You just an angry black man. You just a hater. You just an angry black man. Everybody will be in his chat talking about nobody talk about this. Nobody talk about this but you. Nobody talk about this but you. This is why I say get the firing squad on them. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't care anymore. People make their own fate. People make their own heroes, and then they turn around and get mad about it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a constant reminder of how stupid people are and the stupid shit that people do. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys this question. Did Anton Daniels in any of his election content encourage anybody to vote for Trump because of Trump's crypto policies? If he did, give me a thumbs up. If he didn't, then give me a thumbs down. But everybody's flocking to where the good information is. Man, these people on YouTube are some clowns, man. The YouTube community at large are clowns. All of them. Every sector. You know what I'm saying? We should react. Shout out to Detroit 313. We should react to some of Anton Daniels' crypto videos so that his subscribers can come into our comment section and tell us how stupid we are and how we never talk about crypto. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, you sure that you don't want to use Force Lightning on them? Darth Kryptonius, we shall striketh downeth uponeth them with a God candle. We shall striketh downeth uponeth them with a God candle. Oh man, shout out to that simp Umar Johnson. We shall give them 10,000 lashes. You know what I'm saying? From a 1% God candle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Detroit 313. Anton never mentioned crypto. A lot of these people never mentioned crypto. And most of these people, when they mentioned crypto, they said it was a scam. But behind the scenes, they asking you what kind of crypto you invest in. You know what I'm saying? You said it was a scam, so don't worry about it. Because you're not about to ask me what I invest in, and then you turn around and buy it on a high day and sell it on a low day, and then your stupid ass say that I scammed you. You're not about to do it. They're not about to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If everybody else can predict what these people can do, we can predict what they do too. You feel me? And we gonna show them how predictable they are. We're gonna put out everything that they'll do before they do it, and show how under control that they are. We don't have any type of software to monitor or project any type of models of what they'll do. We can just do it with a pen and a piece of paper. So imagine what people who have a supercomputer like El Captain can do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, I never thought it was a scam. I just didn't think it would catch on. Here goes my question. Why did you think that it wouldn't catch on? To me, it's only logical for it to have caught on. But again, you think that I'm joking, right? I think that that's a genetic thought process. I think that that's a genetic thought process. As we watch and pay attention, it's not very common when people look at reality and see a logical progression of things. Most people go against the logical progression of things. Now, check this out, right? If money and banking has progressively become electronic over time, why would cryptocurrency not be the next evolutionary step? We've gone from shells to gold to dollars to credit and debit cards, wire transfers, electronic bank transfers, ACH transfers. Why would cryptocurrency not logically be the next step? Yeah, Bernie Sanders is garbage. How old is he? About 500? He said it's only one person in the world that was older than him. Was the dude Bob Barker that was hosting The Price is Right. You know what I'm saying? Why would cryptocurrency not be the next logical progression? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Damn, hold on. I think we set the goal for what? 5 teal. We halfway to the goal. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen for halving the goal. I appreciate that, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen. And also, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. She hit your boy on the Cash App yesterday, too. And I didn't see it because y'all know I don't keep my phone by me while I'm doing the live streams. So make sure y'all give Brooklyn Queen double props, you know what I'm saying, for feeding the liquidity. Definitely appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do this drop.
Eating the
Come on.
in Springfield.
Don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the. Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you take my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cat.
It's a shame, it's a pity. Thought overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they eat the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate it. Now listen, shout out to Patrick, right? Patrick says, Rob, it was 2011, man. When I first heard about it, the guy explaining it, I was just like, digital money, people aren't going to trust giving up paper cash. Listen, people stopped using paper checks to use debit cards before 2011. People stopped using paper money to use ACH transfers and wire transfers. Why did you think that? I need to know why you thought against what reality was showing you. And again, I'm not trying to be funny, bro. Genetic. Facts. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. If you guys are with Brooklyn Queen and you want all of us Kryptonians to be great, throw some flames in the chat. Facts. Me too. We're going to make each other great. We're going to do something that's against the culture. We're going to make each other great. We're going to go against the cultural norms and make each other great. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think it's fascinating how Anton Daniels is able to make a pivot like that. You know what I'm saying? Anton Daniels is able to make a pivot like that, and people will come to my channel and say that this is a pivot for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Bro, listen, I'm trying to tell you, reality will never do you wrong. Always be consistent with reality. Always. You know what I'm saying? It'll never do wrong by you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna talk about this supercomputer, right? World's fastest supercomputer, El Captain, goes online, and it will be used to secure the U.S. nuclear stockpile and in other classifieds research. Right, the world's fastest computer, El Captain, can reach a peak performance of 2.746 exaflops, making it the planet's third exascale computer. All right. I've never even heard of this measurement before. 2.746 exaflops. I don't know what that is. I'm curious if this thing, it must be stronger than the Bitcoin network. This, I guess this is it right here. This entire room. El Captain will handle various sensitive and classified tasks, including securing the U.S. stockpile of nuclear weapons in the absence of underground testing. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me ask you guys this. How do you guys feel about that? How many people are comfortable with that? If you guys are comfortable with that, give me a thumbs up. If you're not comfortable with that, give me a thumbs down. I don't know how I feel about that. The fastest supercomputer in the world has officially launched at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California. The supercomputer, called El Captain, cost $600 million to build and will handle various sensitive and classified tasks, including securing the U.S. stockpile of nuclear weapons in the absence of underground testing, according to LNNL representatives. This was prohibited in 1992. All right. Research will primarily be focused on national security, including material discovery, high energy density physics, nuclear data, and weapon design, as well as other classified tasks. Okay. El Captain became the world's fastest computer when it became fully operational last year with a score of 1.742 exaflops in high-performance LINPACK benchmark. This test used to judge supercomputing speeds all over the world. This makes El Captain only the third computer ever to reach exascale computing speeds. It has a peak performance of 2.746 exaflops. I need a computer like that. I definitely need a computer like that. Performance is measured in floating point operations per second. All right, so that's what FLOPS means. It's an acronym. All right. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Performance is measured in floating point operations per second, where one floating point operation is a mathematical calculation. Although like-for-like comparisons are tricky, the best laptops usually deliver several hundred gigaflops of power. That's 1 trillion or 10 to the 9th flops. All right, scientific notation, right? 10 to the 9th. An exaflop is 1 quintillion flops. All right, that's 10 to the 18th scientific notation, flops. All right, it's pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying? Now you guys see this? Our model of cosmology might be broken. New study reveals, hold on real quick. What does it say? We're going to be talking about that too. Okay, yeah. New study reveals that the universe is expanding too fast for physics to explain. Shout out to Tampa Supreme. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to, hold on real quick. My bad, Patrick. I got you. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said everyone is going to pivot. I was there all along. Yeah, everybody's going to pivot, bro. Everybody's going to pivot, and then to try to get other people out of the game who've been talking about this forever, they're going to say that those people are the ones that are making the pivot, and then and then bring up old videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, people would bring up them old Fresh and Fit roasts that I did and be like, this all he used to talk about was Fresh and Fit. All he used to talk about was Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they start striking your channel. They'll start striking my old cryptocurrency videos. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of the reasons why I be, you know what I'm saying, dropping little duplicates all over the place just for a backup. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Make sure y'all show Patrick some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Patrick for funding the organization. Hold on. There we go. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Waiting for the damn drop. Come on, drop. You can do it. You can do it.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
That bad boy is taking forever like a car. That bad boy is taking forever like a car in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Detroit. Detroit 313 said, meanwhile, they'll say you didn't start talking about crypto until he blew up. Yeah, bro, it's wild, man. It's wild how these people on YouTube so damn stupid, bro. They so stupid. And the thing is, it's easily debunkable. All you got to do is just go through my video library. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. I can't wait till March when I can put the other channel back up. You know what I'm saying? El Captain oh yeah, so we got this. All right, we got it. Yeah, as far as El Captain goes, fastest computer in the world. All right. Next fastest supercomputer in the world is currently the Frontier supercomputer at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Illinois. That supercomputer has achieved a standard performance of 1.353 exaflops with a peak of 2.056 exaflops. El Captain is powered by just over 11 million processing and graphics cores packed into 44,544 AMD MI300A accelerated processing units, chips that combine AMD EPCY Genoa CPUs and AMD CDNA3 graphics cards and computing memory. According to Next Platform, each uses 128 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory, a special type of computing memory that achieves high speeds while consuming less power shared across central processing units and graphics processing unit chiplets. All right. El Captain was commissioned by the U.S. Department of Energy's Coral 2 program to replace the Sierra supercomputer, which was deployed in 2018. This supercomputer is still in use and was the 14th most powerful supercomputer in the latest top 500 rankings. All right. Now, here's my question. How many people heard about these supercomputers? It's about to be a whole bunch of these supercomputers made with all these new AI initiatives that are going on with the Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? Now, how many people remember us talking about the artificial sun? Let me see something. Hold on real quick. Research use AI. Nuclear fusion. Hold on. AI. Hold on real quick. I gotta pull up another article. Give me a second. Do y'all remember us talking about the artificial sun? Hold on. Hold up. All right, here it is. If you guys remember us talking about the artificial sun, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. They've made advancements on the artificial sun. All right. Now, why is the artificial sun important? The artificial sun is important because what they're going to do is they're going to use technology like this to create massive amounts of clean energy, right? But the only problem is that this is something that they're doing in China. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Elon is building an AI facility in Memphis called Colossus. China's artificial sun shatters nuclear fusion record by generating steady loop of plasma for 1,000 seconds. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Why is this impressive? China's artificial sun shatters nuclear fusion record by generating steady loop of plasma for 1,000 seconds. That's pretty impressive. Why is that impressive? What's the deal with nuclear fusion? What's the deal with nuclear fusion? Why would this be impressive? A nuclear fusion reactor in China, dubbed the artificial sun, has broken its own record to bring humanity one step closer to near limitless clean energy. Now, imagine if China's able to perfect something like this, imagine all of the energy that they'll have. Now, here's the question, right? What would they do with all this energy? One of the things that they would do is mine Bitcoin. Right? That's one of the things that they would do with this energy is mine Bitcoin. Right? Now, let me ask you guys this question. Companies that are creating this type of energy, companies that are creating this type of technology, good investments or bad investments? Here's a better question. How come the United States don't have something like this? This is nuclear fusion. This is the same type of reaction that generates heat from the sun. Right? And one of the things about nuclear fusion, that was a keynote thing about nuclear fusion, is that up until current history, nuclear fusion had no scientific algorithm to be able to control it. So with the invention of these type of technologies, now, right, China is showing a competency to have extended amounts of time in controlling fusion reactions. Yeah, shout out to Detroit 313, power of the sun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this is interesting. China's artificial sun reactor has broken its own world record for maintaining super hot plasma, marking another milestone in the long road towards near limitless clean energy. All right. The experimental advanced superconducting tokamak nuclear fusion reactor maintained a steady high confined loop of plasma, the high energy fourth state of matter, for 1,066 seconds on Monday, January 20th, which more than doubled its previous best of 403 seconds, Chinese state media reported. Nuclear fusion reactors are nicknamed artificial suns because they generate energy in a similar way to the sun, by fusing two light atoms into a single heavy atom via heat and pressure. All right. When they do that on the sun, basically the reaction is what? What's the reaction? Somebody give me the formula for the nuclear fusion that takes place on the sun. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, type 1 Kardashev civilization. Here we come. I wouldn't go as far as to say that. What's the reaction that takes place on the sun? Somebody give it to me in the comment section. Everybody knows this stuff, right? Anton Daniels will tell you on his channel, right? If Laura Ingram asked him, what I'm saying, he'd go get the info. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, YouTube is a trip, man. YouTube is a trip. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton go say nuclear fusion. Oh, man. Carlton go say nuclear fusion.
What kind of shit is that?
You cheated! I'm going to tell on you!
Oh man, Carlton down there talking like a crow at knife whale. That's how the crow with knife whales talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said the nuclear fusion reaction occurring in the sun is primarily the proton-proton chain, where 4 hydrogen nuclei fuse together to form one helium nucleus. Yeah. Releasing a significant amount of energy in the process. This is how the sun generates its light and heat. Key points about the sun's fusion reaction. Reactants, hydrogen nuclei, proton, which is a hydrogen ion, right? Product, helium nucleus, right? The extreme heat and pressure in the sun's core cause the hydrogen nuclei to collide at high speeds, overcoming their electrostatic repulsion and fusing into helium. Energy is released. The helium fusion reaction releases a significant amount of energy according to Einstein's mass energy equivalence, which is E equals mc squared. All right. And this is coming from AI Overview. All right. So basically, hydrogen ions and helium. All right. Hydrogen ions and helium. Now, you know, that's just the sun's reaction, right? Fusion is just a operation, fusing things together, right? What's fused together when it comes to the sun is hydrogen ions are fused together to create helium nuclei, right? But a fusion reaction is not mutually exclusive to only hydrogen as the input and helium as the product. Fusion is simply the operation. All right. Now, shout out to Brooklyn Queen, right? We got this equation right here. E equals mc squared, right? What does C mean in this equation? What does C mean in this equation? Somebody let me know what C means in this equation here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it says the sun has a lot more pressure than Earth's reactors. So scientists compensate by using temperatures that are, and I think it's going to say many times hotter than the sun. Yeah, many times hotter than the sun. All right. Look at this. So yeah, they got a little video about it here. It looks like. Get rid of it. We're not gonna watch it though, because it'll probably blow up the computer. Now, this is what's important. Nuclear fusion offers the potential of a near unlimited power source without greenhouse gas emissions or much nuclear waste. However, scientists have been working on this technology for more than 70 years, and it's likely not progressing fast enough to be a practical solution to the climate crisis. Now, science is working on it for 70 years, right? Let me ask you guys this question. I think that if artificial intelligence worked on this for 7 minutes, it could solve it. So with the event of artificial intelligence, all they have to do is just, for the most part, yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker, the speed of light. C means constant, right? Universal constant, supposed to be speed of light. That's what the C stands for. C is constant. Constant is the speed of light. Allegedly, according to Einstein. I'm saying, or at least according to what they claim Einstein said. I don't know how much, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I believe a patent officer came up, or a patent office worker came up with a bunch of original ideas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I buy that narrative. So it says researchers expect us to have fusion power within decades, but it could take much longer. I think that all of the explanations on any type of answers that we need should be significantly scaled back on a timeline, because I think that with artificial intelligence, the answers will come faster. So if somebody says we'll have an answer for some particular question or for some particular problem, you know, in decades, once we start dealing with the high-powered artificial intelligence, I would say we will have that kind of answers in weeks. You know what I'm saying? If you, what do you guys think? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said, I'm gonna have to read about Albert Einstein. Listen, bro, Albert Einstein was slow. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the brightest bulb in the lamp. You know what I'm saying? And they said that when he was a child, he failed algebra. But somehow he came up with these massive calculations and these advanced models of the universe. And we're just supposed to believe that. Me personally, I don't know how much I believe it. I've dealt with people that have difficulty with math. I used to tutor math at my college that I graduated from undergrad from. You not really make it like you when it comes to tutoring people who really have a difficult time in math. For the most part, you just basically getting them to pass the class. They're not about to go rewrite the theory of everything, but they're trying to get us to believe that Albert Einstein did. You know what I'm saying? So here it says, let's see. East's new record won't immediately usher in what is dubbed the holy grail of clean power, but it is a step towards a possible future where fusion power plants generate electricity. East is a magnetic confinement reactor, or tokamak, designed to keep the plasma continuously burning for prolonged periods. Reactors like this have never achieved ignition, which is the point at which nuclear fusion creates its own energy and sustains its own reaction. But the new record is a step towards maintaining prolonged confined plasma loops that future reactors will need to generate electricity. All right, so they're trying to generate electricity with these. All right. A fusion device must achieve stable operation at high efficiency for thousands of seconds to enable the self-sustaining circulation of plasma, which is critical for the continuous power generation of future fusion plants. We need to figure out what company is going to be able to safely perfect and patent a device that can do this first and be early investors in there. Okay. That's what we need to do. East is one of several nuclear fusion reactors worldwide, but they all currently use far more energy than they produce. In 2022, the U.S. National Ignition Facility's fusion reactor briefly achieved ignition in its core using a different experimental method to East, relying on quick bursts of energy, but the reactor as a whole still used more energy than it consumed. Tokamaks like East are the most common nuclear fusion reactors. East heats up plasma and traps it inside of a donut-shaped reactor chamber called the tokamak with powerful magnetic fields. For the latest record, researchers made several upgrades to the reactor, including doubling the power of its heating system, according to Chinese state media. Okay. Data gathered by East will support the development of other reactors, both in China and internationally. China is part of the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor Program, which involves dozens of countries, including US, UK, Japan, South Korea, and Russia. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people knew about this program? Yeah, all that stuff you guys are putting in the comment section. Facts. But what's fascinating about it is that people never say too much about any of that kind of stuff. When Einstein is brought up, you know what I'm saying? No one ever addresses any of that weirdo stuff about Einstein. You know what I'm saying? He just gets a pass on it. I don't think he should get a pass on it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the first things that Blacklight Enterprises is going to do. We're going to print out informational pamphlets about Albert Einstein. What do you guys think about that? If you guys think that that's a good idea, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that it's a good idea, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. We got 15 people watching. We got 18 likes. If everybody could take a moment, smash that like button. We need 3 more likes, or we need 3 more people actually watching live to hit the 1-to-1 ratio. All right, and let's try to get the stream to over 32 likes if everybody smashes the like button. All right. So let me ask you guys this. How many people would be interested in investing in a company that does something like this to build some wealth? With the energy push and all of the money that's going into energy, I guarantee you that there's going to be a U.S. company that's going to latch onto this issue and start pursuing it to try to catch up with what China is doing. All right. Now, you know, all of the people always talk about BRICS, right? We always ask the question about BRICS. Why do people, you know, why do people talk so much about BRICS? This is something that China is doing. You know what I'm saying? But have you ever heard any of the BRICS people talk about this? This is something this is disruptive technology that China is doing that actually could solidify China as possibly a top world power. But the BRICS folks, I'm saying, don't be saying nothing about this. I think it's interesting. You know what I'm saying, shout out to Carlton. I think it's a strange flex. Oh man, shout out to Carlton. I think it's a strange flex. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. Where do we go with this? Researchers using AI to repurpose drugs to treat rare diseases. Let's talk about that. Because when we looked at the infrastructure announcements that Trump made, one of the things that they talked about was the use of AI to help cure diseases, to accelerate advances in healthcare. Right? So let's look at some of that, right? Because I don't think that it would be a bad idea to keep companies who are involved in healthcare that use AI for their healthcare solutions on the investment radar. I could see those companies bringing in really good returns. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So let's take a look at this. Researchers use AI to help repurpose drugs to treat rare diseases. Like what? What kind of rare diseases? You think they prioritize in sickle cell? If you guys think that they're prioritizing sickle cell, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think that they're not, give me a thumbs down. All right. Researchers use AI to help repurpose drugs to treat rare diseases. A new AI tool identifies treatment for over 17,000 rare diseases, accelerating drug discovery and offering hope to millions of patients worldwide. See? Shout out to John Guillory throwing a link in the chat. Shout out to Carlton. You can find companies on the rise to invest in on microventures.com. Throw that in the Discord, bro, so we can get on that. You know what I'm saying? Rare and undiagnosed diseases affect over 300 million people globally, posing an immense human and economic burden. These conditions, while individually rare, collectively represent a massive health challenge. Despite the urgency, only 5 to 7% of these diseases have FDA-approved drugs. leaving many patients without effective treatment options. Okay. Let's see. Hold on real quick. Leaving me without an ability to scroll down. That's what this thing did right here. This video left me with the inability to scroll down on this page right here. Oh man. You see this on the side here? We just talked about that. Chinese artificial sun achieves fusion energy milestone. Okay. Cutting edge AI is transforming deadly skin cancer detection. Researchers reveal benefits linked to popular weight loss drugs. All right, let me get this out of here. Yeah, get that out of there for sure. Groundbreaking artificial intelligence tools offers new pathway to address this gap. Developed by researchers at Harvard Medical School and published in the journal Nature Medicine, the AI model called TXGNN has demonstrated unprecedented potential to discover therapies for rare and neglected diseases. All right. So this is what I'm saying. In the future, there's going to be specialized AI that easily comes up with particular solutions. And we're going to see these solutions address societal problems and fix societal problems at rates that we've never seen before. Early entry into investment into these type of companies that are doing this type of stuff, the rewards are almost unlimited. And like I said, and I've said this before in some of the old streams, we were talking about AI and artificial intelligence. Look, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I had an opportunity to invest in Nightscope, the robotic R2D2 robot security company, for $500. I didn't do it because I thought it would be used to harm black people. Listen, let me let me ask you this. How many people pay taxes? Right? Are your tax dollars used to harm black people? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll tell you something, though, too, bro. The monolith, you know what I'm saying? The lith, because they're the broke mob, they're anti-wealth, anti-independence. They'll get you to think that anything that you put your money into other than their hands is created to hurt black people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carl. Carl said my mom got on me. That the first thing people will do to try to shame you out of building wealth is say whatever you're investing in is being used to hurt black people. So then what you do is you ask them, well, what businesses are you building, or what businesses are being built to improve things with black people? Where's that at, so that I can throw my money into that? And then everybody just be looking at you with drool coming out of their bottom lip. And you know why that is. Why is that? Because where are the businesses? How long have I been asking, where are the businesses? Well, we know where the businesses are, quote unquote. We just won't build any, because if we build some, they'll just, quote unquote, burn them down. Let me ask you guys this question. Has anybody woke up in the middle of the night and a cryptocurrency wallet has been on fire getting burned down? So these are all excuses to mask one of two things. They're excuses to mask incapability, or they're excuses to mask unwillingness. Regardless, they're excuses to mask why these things have not been produced. I would love to throw my money into a company like this. Where is one? So instead of throwing my money into the one that exists, I'm supposed to just let my money decay right in front of my face in fiat dollars in the name of, quote unquote, keeping it real. No thanks. I don't think that's keeping it real. I don't think that any deviation away from reality is keeping it real. As a matter of fact, I think that keeping it real is an oxymoron, because when people try to claim that they're keeping it real, in many cases, they're keeping it fake. Like what Blade said, it's fake. Right? It's fake.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching times.
Just like he said right after that scene, it's fake. Right? So forget all that. Forget all that mess. It's all BS. You know what I'm saying? People should be able to answer a series of 3 easy questions. And if they can't answer those questions, hey, man, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. They're just trying to sell you a bill of goods. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says a groundbreaking artificial intelligence tool offers a new pathway to address this gap. Developed by researchers at Harvard Medical School and published in the journal Nature's Medicine, the AI model called TXGNN, so we should pay attention to this, TXGNN, has demonstrated unprecedented potential to discover therapies for rare and neglected diseases. By repurposing existing drugs, TXGNN identified treatment candidates for over 17,000 diseases, including those with no current treatments. This achievement marks a significant leap forward in drug discovery. All right. The AI revolution in drug repurposing. Now, imagine, let me ask you guys this. What kind of effect is this going to have on healthcare? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I had a dream about that, then jumped out and did a song and dance. I think I won't eat I will eat habaneros before bedtime again. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, facts. Shout out to John Guillory. If you guys agree with John Guillory, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. John Guillory says this is going to flip healthcare on his head. Yeah, instant solutions for problems that people have been working on forever, for decades. These are going to be more than likely high cost solutions too. Patrick got me dying laughing. Bro, you know it's all love. And when I say it's all love, it is for real all love. It ain't that fake all love, you know what I'm saying, that people be saying on YouTube. Patrick said, I know Rob gonna put the flamethrower on me, but all Black folks don't think in an anti-wealth mentality. I don't know any Black who is anti-wealth like you, but I know that they may exist. The actions got to speak louder than the words, right? The actions got to speak louder than the words. Now, in defense of myself, clearly, right? All, right? If you're talking about a particular segment, right? And we know that we're talking about a particular segment, because if we said that all, that would include myself, right? So we know we're not talking about all. But when it has to be addressed of quote unquote all, when it's generally known that we're not addressing all, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Because if I say all and we're gonna do it like that, we're gonna split hairs. That means I'm talking about myself too, right? That means I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about Brooklyn Queen. I'm talking about AB Promotions. I'm talking about Detroit 313. I'm talking about all, right? So now here go the question. If we have to stop and redefine numbers as a result of a discussion where we know that there's particular segments already excluded, what does that mean? What does that mean? Shout out to AB. AB said, hide the money, y'all. Had the money, y'all. It's poor people around, broke people around. The broke mob. Hashtag the broke mob. If we know that 100% is not being discussed, and as we get further into the discussion, we have to debate whether the 100% is actually in discussion or not. What that means is that we need to divert away from the actual point that's being made. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. Making too much of a point. So now what we got to do is we got to redefine the conversation, and we've got to establish what's already been established, right? Because again, I'm part of that all. I would be part of that all, right? Clearly, I'm not talking about myself. Or do we need to define that in the beginning of the discussion? You know what I'm saying? So that's the question that we got to ask. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that you'll see that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not gonna put the flamethrower. You know, I wouldn't do you like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, my question is, what about what I said? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about what I said? You know what I'm saying? So then, shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, yes, I know the segment. The same segment who thinks getting advice from Kodak Black would be preferable than looking into growing your money with the investment. So what percentage is that segment, right? Because we had raw numbers. We had raw numbers that showed that over 80% of people voted for Democrats in this most recent election, and people still didn't want to accept that. They didn't want to accept that. I told people, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say we're not a monolith. We are a monolith. Not only are we a monolith where we vote damn near at a 1-to-1 ratio, but any deviation from what the expected norm is causes complete theatrical, cartoon-like outrage, which is ridiculous and absurd. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. It turns into an entire cartoon. Yeah, but people running around with red flip-floppy McDonald's shoes, making videos and screaming and yelling about what grown people are doing because they don't think or they don't feel that this should be done. You got people like Joy Reid going on TV saying, you know, don't interact with your family because of what they did politically. That's not too far fetched from what people, you know what I'm saying, what people do, jumping out the window. People have watered down the word coon, where now the word coon is not acknowledged as anything valid. It's just, you know, something that people say it and people just look at them and keep passing by. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, as hard as people breathe, or, you know, as stern as people try to say this kind of stuff, nobody cares about getting called a coon anymore. The word's been thrown around. The way that white people react to the word racism, I encourage black people to react to the word coon like that going forward, or any type of quote unquote black anti-black slur. There's no definition behind it. There's no standard behind it. So why should you acknowledge it? You can be a coon for anything. You can be a coon for who you don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? You can be cool. You can be a coon for who you voted for. It's always just an extreme. There's no degree. There's no varying degrees on anything. I don't think that everybody who is a Democrat is a Democrat shill. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? The same way I don't think that every conservative is a coon. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that either. I don't think that. But when it comes to the majority of the people, oh, you voted for you a shill. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be all or but when it comes to the monolith, it has to be all or nothing. And I'm not trying to be funny, man, but listen, the way that the monolith talks to people, the way that the monolith throws instruction to people, the way that the monolith polices black people, the monolith enforcement mechanisms are far more degrading and far more dehumanizing than anything I could possibly say or do about anybody. Because me personally, I feel that I treat people with the utmost respect. I feel that I treat people as if they're intelligent. I give people an opportunity to talk. I give people an opportunity to respond. But most people reveal that when it comes to some of the topics and things that I talk about, they kind of don't have too much to say. But the floor is open. They can say, you know what I'm saying, what they want. The monolith is going to stop you from talking because the monolith is anti-freedom. Shout out to Eric Jenkins. Eric Jenkins said it's going to be the people that look like you that'll be the ones calling you a coon, and they can't even tell you why. You don't agree with something, you're a coon. You got to follow the narrative. You guys remember on Undocumented when they were lying, saying that Haitian people were eating cats and dogs in Springfield, and I did the video and I got the local newspaper because where that took place with that lady eating a cat was by where I live at. And people was, even though I had the local newspaper with the attached court date, the lady's name, and where it came from, people were still saying that it was Haitian people that did it just because they wanted to run with the narrative. Because, you know what I'm saying, the diaspora war and the immigration stuff is popping. You know what I'm saying? People really wanted to believe that shit. That lady, the lady who was eating cats was not in Springfield, Ohio. The lady who was eating cats was in Canton, Ohio. Oh, and they gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get me. She was a Black American. Oh man, that's when people really, like, at that point, people really stopped messing with the channel. Even though what I said was true. Because the truth don't matter. It never has. People said, you caping for migrants. How am I caping for migrants? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no migrants involved in the situation. There was a Black American lady eating a cat in front of the projects in Canton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're supposed to tell us what we want to hear. Because right now we think that Trump gonna protect our toilet scrubbing jobs. You know what I'm saying? You came to the wrong place if you think that I'm about to tell you, quote unquote, what you want to hear. Hopefully you come in with some shit that I'm talking about, and that's what you want to hear that day. But ain't no guarantee I'm about to tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was, though. You know what I mean? And people was mad about it. Now, on that channel, on Undocumented, I've talked about the undocumented immigrants and Trinidad, Aragua, and all of that, right? I thought people wanted the news, right? Well, here go the news from the Canton Repository. This lady ain't from Springfield. Other news, she's not Haitian. She's a Black American. Now I'm starting to question where your people from. Now I'm starting to question where your people from. No, you're not. No, you're not. and for anybody that wants to question, quote unquote, where my people from, I could put decades of obituaries on my community post. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny, man. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that whole, let me question where your people from. I'm not even about to front, man. I'm not even dark enough to get hit with that question. You know what I'm saying? Because of the colorism associated with that shit. It seemed to me like when it comes to the let me question where your people is from, that's always darker brown skinned people that get that question. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, you know what I'm saying? Light-skinned people like me don't really ever get that question, which to me should be questioned. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, look at Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? She fall into that definition, and she light-skinned. But I'm just saying, I think it's weird, though. I think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? I think it's weird. Shout out to Carlton. It's a strange flex. Carl just said, I think we need a cease roast deal in this diaspora war. I don't know. Maybe everybody would be happy if Trump make them a deal. Everybody seemed to want Trump to police everything. Maybe Trump come police the diaspora war. Make a deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody brought Trump. Everybody voted for Trump or support Trump. Most of the people, right? Not everybody, but most of the people, because you know what I'm saying, they let everything get out of control with the way that they was voting. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna vote idiotic so much that it just destroys everything that we have. You know what I'm saying? Look at Chicago, right? So let's get Trump to police this because we can't. Oh man, I believe in self-determination, man. I think people should clean up their own situations. I think people should wipe their own asses. You know what I'm saying? But that, I guess that's the thing of the past, though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing of the past. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said it's called Afrophobia. Yeah, it's Afrophobia. You know what I'm saying? Disguised in some weird form of nationalism. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You know what I'm saying? I want to know why. So again, like I said, people was asking Moxie. People was trying to do that to my man Moxie Approved. Shout out to Moxie Approved. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to question where your people from, man. Moxie from Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen. Moxie says Chicago. Get the hell out of here, man. Everybody know who say Chicago. And if you don't know who say Chicago, you ain't got nobody in your family that pronounces Chicago. Come on, man. Stop it. Next question is, you ever had some candy yams? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. It's always somebody out there that's bigger and worse than somebody else. People need to just stop with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, I think some abuse it to their advantage when they can't argue their point or is wrong. Yeah, that's what they do. They do it all the time, bro. That's what people do when they say Bitcoin is when somebody says Bitcoin is a scam. What that tells me is I don't understand cryptocurrency. I don't understand the financial markets. You know what I'm saying? Carlton got me dying laughing, man. I can't be reading Carlton's comments and stream at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Carlton said Chicago is definitely FBA, bro. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Super facts. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here. It's certain things that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're undoubtedly, you know what I'm saying? And Chicago, you know what I'm saying? That's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And then, like people that don't know that, like, come on, man. Like, get out of here. Y'all supposed to be the ones that set these standards up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said definitely a Great Lakes accent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Facts. You got people that's not FBA telling you what an FBA is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But this is what people buy into. This is what people choose. This is what people want. So people got they got to have the autonomy to have it. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, Rob, why does it feel like we are the ones who get held to account and the high standards, but these people like Myron can attack us and we should take the high road? The reason why is because everyone is such a sheep. Everyone is such a sheep. You know what I'm saying? That they actually care what other people think about them. Everybody cares. See, I never feel that way. You know what I'm saying? As far as any standard or any high road, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I make it a point to play in the mud. But everybody else believes. They actually have an impression. To me, if you're discussing, I don't feel that this is correct, this person feels this way about me, you're concerned about how that person feels about you. I don't care how people feel about me. I care about what I feel is appropriate versus what's not. Many people was under mind control. And they love being under mind control because they can't control their own mind. So somebody got to do it. And I'm not trying to be funny, but what I actually think the case is, I don't think that people know how to attack. I don't think people know how to fight. I think that most people just be selling wolf tickets. Look, most people just be selling wolf tickets and then turn around and start eating crow. As far as Myron goes, you know what I'm saying? Myron Gaines, listen, man. Shout out to DJ Elmo because DJ Elmo was around back then. Back when Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO was cool with Kevin Samuels, man, and they had the first beef with Abba and Preach, I went in on them. Them videos got like 12, 13,000 views. And you know what people said? We tired of that. Can't you talk about something else? We tired of that. Can't you go talk about something else? Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? I went back to talking about my own content. I went from getting 12, 13, 14,000 views to like what you see right now. But how that worked, though? Because the people claimed that they wanted me to go back to talking about that stuff. Now, anytime Myron them say something, oh, did you see what Myron them said? Did you see what Myron them said? Why are you looking? When I was doing videos about it, y'all didn't care about it. Now you care about it now? The very same people that said, why don't you go back to talking about the stuff that you was talking about before, them the first people to come in and be like, you see what Myron them said. I don't care what Myron them said. I don't care. I'll never make another Fresh Prince video in defense of ungrateful people ever again. Ever again. You will never, ever on any of my channels ever see another video about Fresh and Fit. They can go off the rails. They can say all kind of crazy stuff. Guess who ain't making a video about it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not making a video about it. I'm not making no community post about it. I'm not doing nothing about it. Because I told people back when Fresh and Fit was with Kevin Samuels, I was questioning Kevin Samuels like, yo, I don't really understand why this dude is helping these cats make it. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a real problem with black people. Oh, you know. Back when the first Fresh and Fit versus Abba and Preach happened, O'Shea Duke Jackson was defending Fresh and Fit in those videos. Now O'Shea Duke Jackson is eating off of all the anti-Fresh and Fit videos he make. They had that whole Art of War thing. People act like they be forgetting stuff. I'm telling you, no one's memory is that bad. And if people's memories are that bad, then people got to fall back when people come with them critiques. You know what I'm saying? People got to fall back when they come with them critiques then if their memory is for real that bad. But yeah, you ain't never getting no another Fresh and Fit video out of me ever. And then when people be like, how come you ain't making a video about Fresh and Fit? Hey, go back and look at the comments on them old Fresh and Fit videos. Now look, check this out, right? They'll sit there and tell you that they tired of the Fresh and Fit videos, but how many They Not Like Us videos do people make? Everybody makes repeat videos about everything. We tired of Fresh and Fit. Oh, they was talking about us. We want to get to listen, man. Hey, good luck with it, man. Good luck with it. Just like good luck with the economy. You know what I'm saying? So look, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said you can still make Fresh and Fit videos to draw in the lift and get some monetization from their views and buy Bitcoin. Nah, I can't. People won't even watch it. You know what I'm saying? Other people make the Fresh and Fit videos. They'll watch that shit. People don't fuck with me all like that. They'll wait for a title on my shit and then go watch somebody else making a video about the same shit that they stole the topic or the content from me. Because that's how bitch made and butt hurt these motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? That's how bitch made and butt hurt these motherfuckers are. B&B. Bitch made and butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it do. You know what I'm saying? People be in competitions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the competition. You know what I'm saying? They put me out of the business. So now I'm in a new business. And I'm in a new business that these other motherfuckers can't do. And I'm in a business that only high worth, high intelligence individuals can partake in. And I like it better this way. Don't you guys like? If you guys like it better this way, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't like it better this way, then give me a thumbs down. I like it better this way. You know what I'm saying? I like it better this way. So yeah, so anyway, we're gonna get back to talking about this AI, right? Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. Man, so let me shut up. Let me shut up. All right. Anyway, so now here it says TXGNN is a graph-based AI model specifically designed for drug repurposing. Unlike traditional approaches that focus narrowly on diseases with existing therapies, this tool analyzes shared features across diseases to identify novel drug candidates. It uses a vast data set, including genomic information, cell signaling data, and clinical records to draw connections between diseases and potential treatments. So now you know we got to ask, right? Where's our business that does this? With this tool, we aim to identify new therapies across the disease spectrum, said Marinka Zitnik, lead researcher and assistant professor of biomedical informatics at Harvard Medical School. For rare and neglected conditions, this model could help close a gap that creates serious health disparities. In its initial trials, TXGNN examined nearly 8,000 FDA-approved experimental medicines, identifying potential uses for over 17,000 conditions. Its predictions also included insights into possible side effects and contraindications, offering a level of transparency that enhances physician confidence. All right. So now it's expanding the scope of drug repurposing. Repurposing existing drugs offers a faster and more cost-effective route to therapy development. Many drugs have effects beyond their original targets, some of which remain undiscovered during initial clinical trials. Over time, nearly 30% of FDA-approved drugs have acquired additional indications, with some gaining numerous new uses. All right. Traditionally, drug repurposing has relied on chance discoveries or off-label uses guided by clinician intuition. TXGNN aims to replace this. Hold on real quick. My bad. Oh, there it is. Serendipitous. That's an interesting word. Hold on. Here we go with this. See, man, I don't know why they have to. I don't know why they have to use these animations. Do y'all remember back in the day when, like, what was it called? It was like Flash Drive or whatever. Flash Animator or Macro Animator or whatever it had to download, and then it would download the picture. Like it's almost like we back in them days again. Now here it says, faster and more cost-effective route to therapy development. Many drugs have effects beyond their original targets, some of which remain undiscovered during initial clinical trials. Over time, nearly 30% of FDA-approved drugs have acquired additional indications, with some gaining numerous new uses. Traditionally, drug repurposing has relied on chance discoveries or off-label uses guided by clinician intuition. TXGNN aims to replace this serendipitous approach with the strategic, data-driven methodology. The model's capacity to identify shared genomic underpinnings across diseases allows it to extrapolate from well-studied conditions to those that are poorly understood. All right. We've tended to rely on luck and serendipity rather than on strategy, which limits drug discovery to diseases for which drugs already exist, Zitnik explained. Even for common diseases, new drugs could offer alternatives with fewer side effects or better efficacy for certain patients. All right. So then they go on to talk about superior performance and transparency. TXGNN outperformed leading AI models for drug repurposing, demonstrating nearly 50% greater accuracy in identifying drug candidates and 35% better prediction of contraindications. This performance was validated using 1.2 million patient records and various experimental tasks. For instance, the model successfully identified potential treatments for 3 rare conditions it had not encountered during training: a neurodevelopmental disorder, a connective tissue disease, and a genetic condition affecting water balance. Okay. What sets TXGNN apart is its explainer feature, which provides detailed rationales for its predictions. This transparency aligns the model closer to human clinical reasoning, offering multi-hop medical knowledge paths that clinicians can review. This capacity to reason and explain enhances trust in the model's recommendations, Zitnik noted. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you would feel comfortable with this thing analyzing you and recommending treatment for you? If you would feel comfortable with that, give me a thumbs up. If you wouldn't, give me a thumbs down. Moreover, the tool's predictions often align with existing off-label uses, further validating its reliability. For instance, in one task, TXGNN identified small molecules capable of targeting proteins involved in disease-causing pathways. These findings not only aligned with current medical knowledge, but also highlighted the model's potential to uncover novel therapeutic avenues. The implications of TXGNN extend far beyond rare diseases. For conditions with existing treatments, the model could identify alternatives with fewer side effects or improved efficacy. By repurposing drugs with known safety profiles, TXGNN accelerates the pathway to clinical application, bypassing the lengthy and expensive process of developing new drugs from scratch. The research team has made the tool freely available, encouraging clinician scientists to explore its capabilities. Several rare disease foundations have already partnered with the team to identify potential treatments for conditions with limited or no therapeutic options. While the therapies identified by TXGNN require further validation, the model's unprecedented capacity for drug repurposing represents a transformative step in medicine. This is precisely where we see the promise of AI reducing the global disease burden, Zitnik said. Finding new uses for existing drugs is faster, more cost-effective, and has potential to save countless lives. All right. So I think that that's pretty interesting. All right. I think that that's pretty interesting. All right. Are you guys able to hear me? If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If you guys can't, give me a thumbs down. All right. So I think that that's going to do it for today. All right. I'm going to try to do something on undocumented. All right. We'll see if I'm able to or not. All right. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate you guys for coming through. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys show love to the stream sponsors. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to my man Patrick. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Patrick some love. Definitely appreciate it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if I can know what's going on here. So with the outro. Let me see. There we go.
Run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, you're right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sign delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you're right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig ball up top finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No cosign and no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, cosign and no co-pilot. They pip-tiles, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.